You already know the loony libs are gonna have a field day with this one. Think they cornered Jordan Peterson into a gotcha game and made him admit why he's an absolute fool. Is that the case? Well, watch and see for yourself. Or just read the headline and agree with it like everyone else.
Circumstance logically that lying could save someone.
Yeah, and if you're steeped in sin, you're likely to live in circumstances like that.
I'll give you an example. If you're in Nazi Germany, and it is the case that there's Jewish people in your attic and you're trying to protect them,
example.
Would you lie to the Nazis?
I would have done everything I bloody well could, so I wouldn't be in that situation to begin with. It's a hypothetical, and it's not answerable.
You can't answer hypotheticals?
No, I can't answer a hypothetical like that because
Did you
it's
eat
far.
today?
You see, that in itself, I can't answer hypothetical. I'll admit, that just sounds bad already by itself. But he is saying it's such a wild hypothetical that I don't need to answer it. The other guy is, oh, you don't answer hypotheticals? Oh, that's because you can't.
Look,
Did you
don't
eat
play
today?
games.
I'm not playing games. I'm just
Yes,
asking if you
you
ate
are.
it.
If you present me with an intractable moral choice that's stripped of context and you back me into a corner, you're playing games. I just told you I would do everything that I could.
The little smug Parker boy. A hypothetical? What? I'm just asking a hypothetical. Reminds me of those little troublemaking kids in school. I didn't do anything. I just asked a question. I didn't do anything. I just asked a question.
To make sure that I'm never in that situation. By the time you've got there, you've made so many mistakes that there's nothing you can do that isn't a sin.
Being born in Nazi Germany and trying to protect people that you care about, there could be a Jewish friend that you have, and you want to protect them.
I think you should
have
just
them in
give
your
up on
attic.
that line of questioning.
Give up on just trying to clarify your position? Because
I
you don't
did
are you
clarify it.
uncomfortable with me asking this question? It's just a basic hypothetical. I could ask you.
It's just a basic
Yeah,
hypothetical where you put Jews' lives at stake in Nazi Germany. That's just a basic hypothetical.
Obviously, you would lie in that scenario to save their life, but you're not trying to answer this question for some reason.
I just told you why.
Are you anti-fascist? So you're
Why?
He pings from one wild thing of question to the next. I mean, it's kind of a standard liberal way of going about things.
Why are you asking that?
I was just asking, just clarifying. But okay, again, you're not answering this hypothetical because you know it shows that you clearly would lie to save someone's life.
I'm answering it in
Obviously,
a
that's not
manner
what
you
truth
don't
is.
find acceptable.
Obviously, because I care about truth.
I wouldn't be in that scenario.
Obviously, right? Logically, because that's
No.
already happened. That's in the past. You don't have a time travel device. We're bringing this logical hypothetical up to show you that in some circumstances that do happen within the real world, you would lie to save people's lives. So your definition of truth isn't actually how we're typically using it. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to muddy the waters when I ask you, do you believe this? Do you think this to be true? So you don't actually have to answer the questions. And plenty of Christians don't like that because they clearly see that you don't really want to be associated with
I can
Christianity.
imagine that I was in a situation where the best I could do as a consequence of my...
This is what the liberals do a lot, especially with something like abortion. They will throw in all these hypotheticals. So what if it was an uncle got pregnant and it was from outer space, and then a terrorist planted some kind of explosive device inside of her, and the mom was going to die. Would you let her have an abortion then? It's like you go through all these wild, random hypotheticals. I say, hypothetically could happen. We gotta discuss it hypothetically. And it just gets to a point where you just egregiously stupid. Going, what if this happened? What if this? What if this? And they go to all these minute little points until it's just such a insanity at the end of it. I can tell that's what Dr. Peterson is thinking. He's, my God, why did I agree to come down here?
previous mistakes was to tell the least amount of lie I could manage. But that would likely indicate that I had made all sorts of catastrophic errors on my way there.
So
Right.
you would lie to save someone's life. So again, you do believe it to be true in that circumstance, even though you lied in that scenario. So
Not
clearly
without
that's
the
not what you see to be true.
context that I put it in.
You were not willing to
I
die for it. You
said-
were not willing to let other people die for it. So that's not what you see to be true then.
This is all he wanted, the little man wanted. He just wanted this one little moment to say, see, you said always tell the truth, and here you would lie. You would lie. I created this weird, wild scenario where you would lie into it. That means you are a liar, Mr. Peterson. You don't believe in telling the truth. Boy, you are plumb crazy. And if you agree with the Parker boy, the little lib baby, then I know exactly what you're like. Yeah, I know you liked that video. So go ahead and subscribe, and while you're at it, leave me a mean, nasty comment. Those are my favorites.